Hi, I'm here in my kitchen and I have another grocery haul for you. We went down to our store that we haven't been to in a while, at least, well, I haven't been to it in a while. Down in the Santa Cruz Mountain, New Leaf. We typically go now to the one that they have in Silicon Valley. So this was like a special trip because we hadn't been there in a while, so I want to share with you what I have, and this is brought to you by the letter P from my son, who has a mouthful of green grapes. So let's get started. So right here, this is kind of going to be a bit lengthy, so grab some tea or some kombucha or something like that. So we got the little mini yogurts. These are on sale for 79 cents each, so I just picked up some for the little ones. So I think I got about 5 or 6 of those. So these are like rarely on sale, so you've seen these in some of my other hauls before. So I got 2, 4, 6. I got 6 of those, and of course what is this? I got some catfish fillets because I'm going to make some fish sandwiches. I didn't need a lot of eggs, so I only got like a few of these. We've been getting eggs from the Rainbow Grocer in San Francisco, and they have like some really great happy eggs. So my husband's just like been basically picking up eggs from there, but these are kind of like the ones you see in like a lot of the Whole Foods and stuff like that. So I just picked up like 6 of these because I'm going to be like making some cakes and stuff like that, so it's good to have extra. I got some maple bacon for like some Cuban black beans and rice that I'll be making. I got a couple of pounds of ground buffalo or bison or bison, I don't know. So that's going to be like for a meatloaf that I'm making. I got some feta cheese because there's this salad dish thing that my husband really loves, and you crumble down feta on top of it. I got a few things of like different types of cheddar cheese. So I'll show you I know it's saying like organic, and see that non-GMO right there? Yeah, so we really try to avoid stuff that's GMO, genetically modified organisms. So this is kind of a newer cheese, so I just kind of let you get a look at the ingredients that are in there. So I got a sharp one. Oh, Amari's on the oh no. My son just crawled up on the countertop, and you probably see a little race car in the he just crawled up on the bar, like, yeah, so from a chair. Here's a medium cheddar. So I typically keep these on hands for like if I'm going to make something like a cheese sauce, or some nachos, or just like just to have on hand to put in things. I saw these spinach feta turkey burgers. They said they were like gluten, so like the meat departments, sometimes they have like prepared meats that are already sauteed and stuff. All you have to do is go home and cook them. So these feta turkey burgers looked interesting, so I picked up a couple of those. I have my newest thing, instead of me using like bread, my husband likes them too. I'm using these wraps. So I know it says burrito size tortillas, but so I've been getting these, and I'll wrap like I'll make some fermented cabbage and maybe throw like some sliced meat in there, and any other kind of vegetables or whatever that I have, and just like wrap it up, and I'll typically eat this for lunch or something like that. So so you can see, whoops, what's in it. Hopefully that's coming up. So you see that. So I got that one, and I got the Rudy's brand, the multigrain. So I'll let you see what's in there, and hopefully that's coming up. So I got a pack, 2 packs of those. Of course, we got our favorite, you know, raw milk. Of course, what's in here is raw milk. So I got some sliced cheese. I got the same brand. I got some pepper jack cheese because I actually really like it. My husband's kind of getting into it too. So you see what's in there. Have some. I've showed this in a haul before. Some of the sliced deli meat. So you can see the ingredients in there. I know, unlike most people who do show like all the nutritional facts, to me that's not important, because like, you know, if something says it has this amount of, you know, calcium or this much vitamin C or A, or, you know, 2 sugars, or, you know, 4 carbohydrates or whatever, if it has really negative ingredients in there, like a lot of harsh chemicals, a lot of artificial sweeteners, and, you know, dyes and things like that, it really doesn't matter if something is 0 calories or 1 calories, because you're consuming, if you're consuming bad foods, how many calories it is or is not is no issue. Because, okay, so you might not be taking in extra calories, but then you're taking in like 10-fold the amount of, you know, non-nutritional food or unhealthy food or bad food that's doing a lot of internal damage to your body. So I know people are like, oh, you know, it has like, you know, negative calories or something. Yeah, I don't do that. I make sure my stuff is, you know, non-GMO, and that it's healthy, and it contains ingredients that, you know, I can pronounce and that I can actually understand what they are. So that's why I don't show, you know, I mean, it comes up, but that's why I don't like really, I'm trying to find the ingredients. Here they are. I think it's right here. So that's why I don't really like trip out about like, oh, you know, that it only has like 4 calories or, you know, whatever. So here's a slice. This is sliced cheese. So it has the same ingredients as the, you know, the block cheese. So, and I got a whole chicken, a smart chicken. Yes, our chickens are very smart. So is this organic? Yeah. So I got an organic whole chicken. So my new thing is now getting, if I get chicken, instead of getting boneless, skinless and all that, you know, get it as whole as possible, because bones are good. So my newest love are the Evolution little coconut water things, like the coconut pineapple one my husband had gotten on a road trip, but he didn't like it, and I ended up drinking it, and I was like, ooh, yum. So I thought it was like really good. And then I saw this the cucumber pineapple ginger, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like something I can be down with. So I got 2, and my ingredients, there we go. So I got a couple of those. So that's it for this bag. You know how we do, customary toss into the hallway. This is some of my husband's little vitamins and stuff that he carries with him everywhere. So I got my all-purpose baking mix, wheat-free, gluten-free. Not because I just actually like this kind. I try to pick up a lot of different things that are like vegan or vegetarian or gluten-free, not because that's totally what I'm into, but it's just, you know, that's kind of how we eat. So I don't trip about, you know, something being vegan, vegetarian, or, you know, non-gluten or anything like that. So I actually really like this baking mix. I use it a lot for different things. So sometimes I make my own, then sometimes I get lazy and, you know, just want to like pick up a big bag of this. So I think I've shown the ingredients in this before in some other hauls, but I will just show again the ingredients. I hope that's coming up. So I don't think that it is. Okay, so, well, I've shown the ingredients before in the other hauls, but my camera is not necessarily focusing right now, so And I got this flour, the unbleached white flour, because I'm going to, oh, Mari, give me my hemp seeds. And my son is like, oops, Mari, thank you. But no, I'm not ready for that yet, baby. My son is helping me. So I got some hemp seeds right here because I like put those in my smoothies. They're great for like on salads and different things like that. You know, I also bake with these too. So what's in here? Oh, here you go. So the only thing that should be in your hemp seeds is hemp. Simple. And you know, my life is not right. We didn't get a lot of kombucha because my husband gets it a lot throughout the week. So these kombucha beers that I'm always like tweeting about, so they sell them in these little mini bottles right here. I love this stuff, this kombucha beer. I mean, like, I love this stuff. Kombucha plus beer. I'm not even a beer drinker, but I drink that stuff because it rocks. Oh my goodness. So I got these ciabatta rolls to go with the fish sandwiches that I'm going to make. And there's the ingredients right there for you. We got a bunch of bananas. We go through bananas quick a lot. They're kind of green, so I'm going to have to try to, like, you know, sit them out for like a few days or so, maybe a week or so they kind of like really get nice and brown. Because we've learned recently that the more brown a banana is, the better it is for you. And it's easier for your body to digest. So I think these are some pears. So my little ones were, you know, they like picking out their own fruit and stuff. So they each kind of got like the different apples and stuff that they wanted. So I don't know who got what. I got a bunch of onions. You know, yes, it's all organic. So I do a lot of cooking. Here's some more. I think I picked these apples up. Right here I have some lavender. So I use that. Sometimes I'll put this in gelato, or you know, like I'll make my own room infuser spray. Or you know, like maybe I might put it in some sugar to make some lavender sugar. These are some Yukon potatoes. So that's going to be like for some mashed potatoes that I'm going to make with the meatloaf. And I think I might do mash some Japanese sweet potatoes and the regular potatoes. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. These are some these are beets. I think they're orange beets. So like beets, this is their season now. So I've made some beet tomato soup. So I'll be making some soup with those beets and some red beets I have. Here is some cayenne. I was out of cayenne. The reason why, like you see it in these little bags, is they do sell them in containers, but a lot of times it's a lot cheaper when you get this stuff in the bulk section, because you can just get exactly what you need. You have to get a whole container full, and you don't have to pay the extra price that you're paying for the packaging and the glass or the plastic or tin or whatever it is that it's coming in. So you're just only paying for the actual product. Here's some organic molasses. So this is also good for baking. It's good to to go into like your coffee. Or you can kind of make your own fake coffee drink with a little bit of molasses and like whatever kind of steamed milk or almond milk or something like that, whatever you drink, and you put some molasses in there. Plus this is like super healthy. I think molasses, there was this list like non-dairy sources of calcium, and I think molasses, if I'm not mistaken, was also on the list. Plus you can put it on your your pancakes, waffles, put it in your hot cereals. So it's really great. Here's like a little dish liquid, but that's, you know, it's not food. So I was out. I have some cilantro that's going to go into the spelt berry salad thing that I'm making. Okay. Why did they put the figs and these peppers in one bag? That's horrible. So I have some figs here. So figs, it's their season. So I'm thinking, I don't really know. I was like maybe going to try to make some jam or something like that. I'm not really sure. I got some of these little pepper things. I have no idea what kind of peppers these are. But I only see them certain times of the year. So I got some. So I love cooking with these things. Like if I'm doing eggs or any kind of like sautés and stuff. I just throw a bunch of these in there. You know, chop them up and, you know, it's a wrap. So it looks like one of our things fell out. This is kale, so I typically just use these for my smoothies. So, or you know, like I'll chop some up and kind of like do like this little salad thing. Chop up some kale, put some balsamic vinegar on it, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little salt and pepper to taste, and you know, tastes really good. And you can like use them in your wraps and just different things like that. Last week I cut this up and just put like a little bit of olive oil on it and use it as a topping to some nachos. It was really good. Of course, my garlic, you know, I have to have garlic. I was out. So I have this little baby broccoli. So I typically make like little cheesy broccoli soup with this, or just, you know, cream of broccoli soup or something like that. So it's been kind of chilly up here. So like soups have really been coming in handy. Right here, you know, have some grapes, because grapes is their season now, and the girls plus me and the boy really love grapes. I have right here a red squash. So like I use this like maybe for some soup, or you know, you can even make a pie out of this, or you know, you can just like puree it and use it as a topping on something, or you can just like boil it and eat it just like that, saute it, whatever. So a lot of times I'll make that for soups. So I have these really monster carrots that, you know, look like you can knock somebody out with. So I always keep carrots on hand for the many different things that I put them in. And right here, no, those weren't the Japanese. These were the yams, my bad. These are the Japanese sweet potatoes. So, you know, we try to eat our colors. Here's some raw coconut vinegar, which is like, this really has a nice kick to it. Look at that sediment at the bottom. So this has a really nice kick to it. So I love using this to make my fermented cabbage and putting it in my kale for dressing. So hemp milk, you know, my younger daughters really love the hemp milk, and now my son is like a hemp milk. He loves hemp milk. I think almost more than he loves kombucha. Crazy, right? So I'm moving as quickly as I can. Right here, I got these for myself. They look interesting. The flax, it says granola, but it's really cereal. I mean, you can eat it like granola too, but you know, or you can like eat it on your yogurt, or you know, you can probably put it in salads. You know, you can use it as like a crumb topping, like if you're baking something, or you know, you just eat it like right out the bag. So I plan to eat it like, or you could even put it in your smoothies or something like that. So, and they're part of the non-GMO project as well. Let me see if I can find the ingredients for you. Okay, so, and then we got the hemp plus right here. So same thing, non-GMO, has the symbol, the seal, and they're the ingredients. I hope this stuff is like showing up, because my camera's like funky folks. And here's some cranberries I got. This is going into that the bulgur wheat salad I said that we're making. I think one of my babies picked this up. Some kind of mango. More apples. More apples, yeah. You like, dang, you have a lot of apples. Trust me, these apples will probably last about, you know, 10 to 12 days, because they'll eat about 2 or 3 apples a day, each of them. So, which is cool, you know. Here are my little chocolate chips that I make when I make vegan chocolate chip cookies. So I make those in small batches. Apple a day. Here's some cocoa powder. And I typically get the unsweetened, because, you know, sometimes I need it for like baking and stuff. So the only things in here is cocoa. And the semolina flour. Now I keep this on hand. Why? Because I always, this comes with a recipe for making your own pasta. And I realized that I've been adding things to my pasta. Like I found this recipe on Pinterest for beetroot pasta with just pureed beets, some semolina flour, and then that's it. And it was so easy, so I didn't need eggs. I mean, a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt. but I realized that I don't have to put eggs or anything. Oh, and some water. Just a little bit, not a lot. So I realized I don't have to put eggs. So like last week I made some spinach pasta, just pureed some spinach in my my blender, my Vitamix, with a little bit of water, and then just mixed it with this. I mean, and it was perfect. It was so good and it was so yummy. So, you know, of course now I'm going like pasta crazy. So my next thing, I'm going to try to do some tomato pasta, and then maybe do like the little 3 colored ones. You see the regular pasta, the tomato and the spinach. So I have to keep this flour on hand now because I'm always making pasta. I don't have a pasta maker, so I just kind of like roll it out by hand, but that I'm going to remedy that soon. So here's my yeast for, you know, my mini baking things, and I got some unflavored gelatin. This is the first time I got this, but I saw a recipe to make those little gummy things, and so I told the girls that we would make some together. I hope that I got enough because I only got 1 box, so I might be in trouble. So here's the ingredients in that. Okay, so I hope I got, we might not be making anything because I only got 1 box, so I don't know. So I got this to make some ganache for a cake that I'm making for one of my daughter's birthdays. So, which ganache is just chocolate and heavy cream. I don't know where this came from. So I got some powdered sugar to go with the cake that I'm making, another cake. So I just got 1 of those, and you know, I got some fabric softener, but that's neither here nor there, and some dishwashing gel. That's, I don't have to show you that. Oh, this stuff right here, I'm always talking about this raw cacao butter. This stuff is awesome. So like when you melt it, it melts like oil. So like if you were doing like a sweet dish, even if you were doing something that's savory, like you can use some of this to saute, or like maybe if you're like frying plantains, or you know, you can actually bake with this. So if something calls for butter or like oil, you can melt this down and use this instead. I've made ice cream with this. I've also like melted this down and mixed this with coconut oil to make my own like cacao coconut oil body butter, and sometimes if I have shea butter, I'll add some of that in there. Like, this is multi-purpose. You can eat it, use it on your body, use it on your hair. So I absolutely love this stuff. I love it. So, and here's my coconut palm sugar, you know, because I'm trying to do the no cane sugar thing. So I've tried maple syrup sugar before, but you know, I got this one just to see how it fares, like, you know, baking with it. So because I'm trying not to do the cane sugar. So far it's been working. So I have a few more bags, people, if you're staying with me this far. So we got some grapes. So these are organic, I believe. Yeah, so some other kind of grapes. And this is how I get, when I always talk about pure maple syrup, this is what I'm talking about. So this is the maple syrup that we get. So I know you're like, oh my god, like, what's $24? But you don't need a lot of this stuff. A little goes a long way. So you can cook with it. Of course, use it on your pancakes, whatever. You know, put some on top of your hot breakfast cereal or whatever. Oh, and I'm going to save the boy. Oh, he just ran off with one of Daddy's bars. That's fine. So I have a red onion. This is also going in a salad. I know you're like, dang, there's a lot of stuff going in a salad. Here's some raisins. I just kind of keep those on hand because the kitties like them. Some mozzarella cheese, pizza for pizza. So I have like a ton of raw milk. I think we got like 6 of them. And we got so many because, like, you know, it's only a quart. It's only a quart. So, you know, they really, you know, they kind of go through it. Plus, I use this to make buttermilk. So, like, one of my friends gave me, like, it's a really easy recipe to make buttermilk. 1 part milk to 1 cup milk to 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I guess you can use white vinegar. I don't know. I always use apple cider vinegar. And basically what I do is let it sit out on the countertop. So whenever I want to make pancakes or need some buttermilk, or sometimes I just do it just to have it on hand. And I might do 2 cups of raw milk, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, and then just stir it for like 1 second, and then just set it out on the countertop and just let it sit for like 3 or 4 days. Bam, you have your buttermilk, and it's nice, and it's nice and thick and buttermilky. So awesome. So I don't have to waste money buying extra containers of buttermilk like I used to do in the past. So like this is, gosh, we got quite a bit of raw milk because I'm just like pulling these things out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we got 7. I don't know, but we got a lot of them. So there's my Greek yogurt. So I always keep yogurt. I use it in the place of sour cream. Let me show you what's in it. If mama can find the ingredients. Okay. So I have a few more bags. I know you're like, dang, is she done yet? Is she done yet? Almost. Okay, so here's another roll of the ciabatta for the fish sandwiches I'm making. And I got these. Now, I typically don't buy these, but I got these to go as a topping for the cake. So I know you're looking like, oh, those fake Oreos. Let me tell you, you would want to get these instead of the other things. So it says gluten-free, which is cool. But these, they don't have any of all the super extra stuff that you get when you get that other stuff, those other cookies. Oops, I'm trying to show the ingredients. Okay, so I got a couple of packs of these. I'm not going to eat these. I only got these for this cake that I'm making, and that's it. So I got some raw cashews. I saw a recipe on YouTube and Ken Community for some vegan vanilla ice cream using cashews, so I want to try that out. I typically just make mine using the frozen bananas, but I want to try with the cashews. Here's some spelt berries. Is that right? Oh, spelt kernels. So basically I'm going to like cook these or puff them up, and this is going to be the base of that salad that I keep talking about that I'm making. So, and then I just got some, I think these are kidney beans, but don't quote me because I can't remember. And this stuff right here is some gray Celtic sea salt. So I love getting this. You know, a little goes a long way, so I don't need a big, giant Family Union size container of salt. So, and then I got some balsamic vinegar because I was like pretty much out. I think I had like a teaspoon of it left. So this is just, a little lotion. I mean, I'll show you. Just the little lotion for the babies, for the girls. And I got some little tea bag things because I'm going to use that for my, like I do a lot of my own teas, like hibiscus and like the lavender and stuff like that. So I'll just use that to infuse it in the water so I don't like, spread it out everywhere. Here's the coconut oil. My husband got some other coconut oil the other day, but that one isn't like for your body or anything like that. So it was more like for cooking. I mean, I guess I probably could, but So he got this the other day. So I use this like for cooking and sauteing and different things like that. So, and then I use the raw coconut that I actually use that. I'll mix this. I'll melt this, and I'll melt this together. This typically melts, like once this melts, this is like very liquidy. Like if it's hot in your kitchen, this stuff's just going to melt. If you have it in the cabinet, it's just going to melt on its own. Or if it's like really hot where you live, it's going to stay in a liquid form. So this stuff doesn't melt. So what happens is when I mix these two together, like this stuff's like super hard. It's like it's not that hard. It's kind of like soap. So when I mix these two together in their liquid form, when it forms up again, this is like a mixture between a softness of this and the liquidiness of this. So if I remember, I'll show you like, once I do it. It makes a great body moisturizer and just be smelling like so yummy delicious. Here's that Ticino, the herbal coffee that I'm always talking about. So what's in here? So it's a coffee alternative. I don't know, can you see that? So it's a coffee, so I like that because I'm not necessarily a coffee drinker. Here's some little shampoo little stuff. Here's the mayonnaise. I've shown that I think in a haul before because that's the brand that we always get. I got some unfiltered, which means that you can see all that sediment. See that stuff? Yeah, that's how we like it. So they didn't have the family union size that I usually get, but you know, cool. So I have to get a cut. I go through a lot of apple cider vinegar. I put it in my bath water too. So this is the one of the macro bars that my son just like totally ran off with. Lentils. This is for my Ethiopian red lentil stew. Mesawat or Dorawat, as it's called. Dorawat's with the chicken. Mesawat's without the chicken. So the spinach is going to be for my like I might use a little bit of it in my wraps to eat, and I'll probably put the rest inside the pasta, the spinach pasta. So heirloom tomatoes, it's their season, and you know, so I get a ton of these because I make my own tomato sauce, which is really easy. I'll tell you how easy it is to make your own tomato sauce. Take those tomatoes, put in your blender, press, puree, pulse, blend, whatever. Bam, you're done. Tomato sauce. Voila! So then when you're ready to cook it, sometimes I'll like cook mine after I've blended it. I have a video on here about how to make tomato sauce. So I like cook it on the stove top. Like maybe I'll add some onions. Like if I'm going to make like a really chunky spaghetti sauce, I'll add some onions, garlic, some fresh herbs, whatever seasons that I have on hand, and then refrigerate it. Man, you're done. So easy. I mean, I don't even have to do anything. The blender does all the work for me. So the same thing like for my pizza sauce. Throw these little things in the blender. Bam. I'm done. I don't even have to think about it. I don't even cut them. I don't even take the stems off. All I do is remove the little sticker and toss those things in the blender. Easy. So I have a few black beans here. So, and a few is a lot, is what, a little bit. Some ketchup, because this is going to be for the topping for the meatloaf I said that I was making. So what I'm learning to do when I grocery shop is to not just buy things just to have sitting around in the freezer or in my refrigerator or in my pantry. Like if I'm out of something, then I will replace it. So what I've been trying to do, like, okay, so I'm totally out of lentils, so I need to replace those because I do plan on cooking some. But if it's not something I'm not going to cook, there's no need for me to get it and just have it sitting around and sitting around and sitting around. I mean, there's no need for me to do that. So pretty much you see this stuff is something that I'm planning to cook, or like, well, the fresh fruit and stuff like that, that's going to get eaten up because, you know, my children love stuff like that. But you know, like stuff that I need to cook. Like I was like, I only have a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and I also use this in my bath water too. This is great for your skin and for your hair as well, and it's great for you to like drink. It does something for you internally. I can't remember, so don't quote me, but you can like look it up. I got a lotion, a couple of lotions. So this brown stuff right here is teff flour. That's how I make my injera bread with the teff. You ferment the teff. You can mix it. Sometimes I mix it a little bit with like some spelt flour, and I put a little bit of yeast in it, and then just let it ferment on the countertop for like 3 or 4 days. Bam, my teff is done. And then you just fry it like you would a pancake or a crepe. So I have my basmati or jasmine, I don't know, some kind of brown rice. I'm not particular about the kind of brown rice that I get. So here's some raw honey. So like this stuff, a little goes a long way. So like this stuff is like really good. So, you know, it's really great for like you know, like alternative sweeteners. Now the reason why I got this is because of like what I'm baking. I typically don't get this, but I'll show you what's in this, how this makes this different from, you know, like Crisco. See that? See the ingredients in that? Right. palm oil. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it and that's all. Hey, look, last basket. This is something that we got from our other little vitamin shop. So that was a separate purchase. So that's not part of this particular haul. So, and this is a leftover kombucha on tap. Okay, so we have some more grapes here. So these right here. This right here is some vanilla beans. So I like vanilla bean powder. So what I will do is take these, leave them whole, throw them in my blender. Bam, got my own vanilla bean powder. So this is some kind of, I have no idea. I have no idea what this is right here. But one of my daughters picked it up. So this is fenugreek. I use this for the